Hello. I would like to encourage everyone watching this presentation to ask anyone from the ages 2 and up if they have ever heard of Disney and see what their reaction is. If you ask the question to a child below the age of 2, you will notice their eyes grow large and their mouths smile wide as they begin telling you all their favorite Disney characters. If you ask the question to anyone over 10, they will probably reply with another question. Are you living under a rock? My name is Francisco Sosa, and this is my presentation on Walt Disney, the grandfather of animation. Walt was born in 1901 in Chicago, Illinois, and began studying cartooning in Kansas at a correspondence school. He later took further classes in Kansas City Art Institute and School of Design. He began working in Chicago as a newspaper cartoonist, but was interrupted by World War I. Disney lied about his age and joined the American Red Cross in France and Germany, where he drove an ambulance fully painted with his cartoons in hope to boost the soldiers' morale. When he returned in 1919, he met a fellow artist who helped contribute to his early success, U.B. Iwerks. In 1922, they started a small studio that began his first two projects, Laugh-O-Gram and Alice in Cartoonland. Unfortunately, this company was unsuccessful and filed for bankruptcy a year later. Disney then moved to Hollywood with his brother Roy and began a lifelong business partnership. In 1928, the face of Disney was born. Walt, with the help of Iwerks, created the iconic Mickey Mouse, a mischievous mouse with human characteristics that the audience instantly fell in love with. The first ever animated picture with sound, Steamboat Willie, was a huge hit and gave Disney a lot of recognition. This picture inspired Walt to create the series called Silly Symphonies, in which featured Mickey and his girlfriend Minnie at times. With Mickey's growing popularity, Disney created a few more characters, Donald Duck, Pluto, and Goofy, and produced a short titled The Three Little Pigs. This short came out at the time of the Depression and was a huge sensation because of its meaning and the relation to the current time. With these films, Disney was able to spread his cartoons all over the world and began making money despite the Depression. In 1937, Disney was about to revolutionize the animation world again. He began working on his first full-length animated film called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. With this film, Disney proved that full-length animation features was possible and effective. Though he mainly functioned as a coordinator and final decision-maker, to me, this was Disney's most important film, and it is the backbone of all full-length animated features today. With the great success of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs came a few more widely successful full-length animated films by the names of Pinocchio in 1940, Dumbo in 1941, and Bambi in 1942, along with the unusual but captivating film Fantasia in 1940. Fantasia was segmented into 4 parts and used color patterns to flow with the music of 4 famous classical music composers. With the government occupying the Disney studios during World War II, Disney was able to perfect the method of combining live action and animation due to their help of producing advertisement and propaganda for the federal government. Disney soon released a variety of movies including The Reluctant Dragon, Saludos Amigos, and The Three Caballeros, and many, many more. The Disney Studios was among the first to move towards television during the 50s with a classic show like Zorro and Davy Crockett. Disney also released the famous Mickey Mouse Club that is still around today. Continuing with the company's success in full-length animated films, Disney Studio released Cinderella in 1950, which contributed to the success of the company and allowed for production in Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan. All of these animated movies were instant classic and are still being watched by our children today. Probably one of the most successful movies that Disney ever produced was the world-famous Mary Poppins in 1966. Some consider this to be the climax of Disney's career as a producer. In the early 1950s, Disney began to create the plans for a very large amusement park to be built near the city of Los Angeles, California. This park was to be known as Disneyland, which opened in 1955. Throughout the park, much of Disney's fantasies and creativeness can be seen as the main inspiration for all the designs. A second park named Walt Disney World began construction near Orlando, Florida, and opened in 1971. Unfortunately, Disney never got to see the park complete. On December 15, 1966, the world lost one of the most creative human beings to ever walk the planet. Walt Disney was diagnosed with lung cancer and died at age 66. But his legacy still lives on today and is continuing inspiration for millions of artists like myself. I truly cannot imagine a world without Disney, a man who changed the world with a piece of paper and a pen. The man I like to call the grandfather of animation. Thank you.